All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are looking at something that is a real retail phenomenon.
Hmm.
The Qlaway K078 Electric Scooter. We're talking 50,000 of these things sold. But if you look online, the reviews are just perfectly split.
It's wild, isn't it? You either get 5-star raves or 1-star this is a disaster type reports.
Exactly, nothing in between.
And that's really our mission today,
Hmm.
to dig into that gap between the marketing promise and the engineering reality.
Because the specs just don't seem to add up for the price.
They don't.
Yeah.
A 350-watt motor, 19 miles an hour, 22-mile range, even app control, all for $250.
Mhm.
That puts it up against scooters that cost, what, double that?
At least. So that price is obviously the hook. Let's start with those performance numbers they're advertising. 19 miles an hour and a 22-mile range.
Right?
That range number especially is what people look for in a commuter scooter. So which one is real and which one is, well, a fantasy?
Go. And this is the fascinating part, the speed claim. It's actually sort of their entire success story.
Hmm.
Yeah. Verified tests from buyers show it does hit 18, maybe 19 miles an hour. But, and this is a big but, only on perfectly flat ground.
Okay, so that explains the 5-star reviews.
Exactly. If you just need it for that half-mile zip to the train station, that speed feels like an unbelievable bargain.
A functional shortcut. Got it. But where does that bubble burst?
It bursts pretty much immediately with distance. The range is closer to 12, maybe 15 miles if you're lucky.
Wow.
That's a huge gap, almost 45% less than the 22 miles they advertise. You're just not getting across town on this thing.
And I saw they tried to solve the flat tire problem, which is, a huge pain for any scooter owner.
They did, with solid honeycomb tires.
Which sounds great, right? Maintenance free. But I'm guessing there's a catch.
Oh, there's a big catch. It's a classic budget engineering move. You solve one problem by just completely removing the suspension.
So no shock absorption at all.
None. Zero. Those tires send every single crack in the sidewalk, every little bump, straight up into your feet and arms. It's
Yeah.
not comfortable.
So what we have is an uncomfortable ride for short distances. Disappointing, but maybe not catastrophic.
Right.
But then we get to the tech, like the app control. It's supposed to let you do useful things like lock the scooter.
It is. And that's the irony. The app is supposed to be this great bonus feature, but we found a ton of reports, mostly on social media, of the scooter getting stuck
Stuck how?
in a permanent lock mode. The software just fails, and there's no way to unlock it. The hardware is fine, but a bad app has basically turned it into a brick.
That's incredibly frustrating. But this next part, this is where it gets genuinely unsettling for me. They advertise a high-quality and durable aluminum alloy frame.
And that phrase means nothing without independent testing or, actual material specs. You're just taking their word for it.
And that's where you're gambling on your own safety.
It is. And this leads right to the absolute core disaster that the 1-star reviewers are talking about.
You're talking about that one Amazon review, right? The one where the scooter just...
Snapped in half. Literally, the main steering stem just broke completely.
And this was from hitting a normal small dip in the road.
A dip the reviewer said was less than 1 inch. And it happened one day after the return window closed.
That's a structural hazard, not a flaw.
And the way he described the metal, he said it was like a soda can. Just picture that for a second. You're going 19 miles an hour on something with the structural integrity of a soda can.
Wow.
That's the risk you're taking. That's the corner they cut to get to that price.
So bringing it all together, what's the verdict? I mean, who is the scooter actually for?
Look, for $250, it is a piece of transportation, but with some very significant asterisks.
Right.
It only works if your commute is short, totally flat, on a super smooth surface, and definitely under 10 miles.
A very specific person.
Very specific. For anyone else, anyone dealing with hills or rough pavement, the answer is clear. The risk is just too high. Spend the extra $100, get an NIU or a GoTrax.
You're not just paying for performance at that point, you're paying for quality control.
You're paying for safety. You're reducing the chance of that kind of catastrophic failure. It's an investment in our not getting hurt.
A really crucial deep dive today. It really proves that if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is.
And it leaves you with a final question to think about, doesn't it? When you're buying budget transportation, how do you weigh that immediate cash savings against the unknown risk of a catastrophic failure? Is that $100 you saved worth gambling your safety on the strength of a soda can?